Hello, this is Paul Harris, standing in for Daniela Camboni for Kitco News at the BMO Mining Metals Conference. I'm joined this morning by Jeff Pontius from Corvus Gold. Morning, Jeff.
Great, thanks, Paul.
Last time you were on the show in October last year, you talked about how 2020 you think would be a year of M&A activity. How do you see that playing out now?
I think we saw a first blush of it there in November, December when we saw a few deals happen. I think you're seeing a few more. I heard this morning there was a deal on a small junior Corvus Gold that got picked up. So I think we're starting to see it happen. The real thing for me is as we get bullion prices up and producers make more money, there will be a natural desire for the shareholders to have a longer term ability to maintain that gold production, and that's going to really require these producer side to be able to bolster their resource base beyond the next 4 or 5 years and really be able to put peg in some really good growth in the future, and I think that's going to come through M&A.
To what extent does that square away with the capital discipline approach that a lot of producers have been following in recent years?
I think the gold price is going to give them the flexibility to be able to do that. You're looking at great quarterly numbers come out. I mean, we were just talking about Newmont. Great numbers came out. Newmont's upping the dividend. They're delivering on the capital side, the producers are, I think. And so they just need to make sure they can continue delivering that in the future, I think.
Okay. At Corvus, you've been very successful over the years of shaking the can and funding the company. Do you see market conditions for junior explorers starting to improve? Is it starting to get a little bit easier to seek finance, require finance?
Yeah, I think so. I think what we're seeing is that there's more interest in the sector. The specialists are certainly coming in and participating in these financings going forward. And then hopefully we're seeing more and more of that generalist type money come in and want some exposure on the real growth side of these equities, which is the junior sector. So I think there's money out there and available.
Okay, you mentioned the dividends that the seniors are increasing to make themselves more appealing to investors. What can junior explorers that don't have income do to make themselves more attractive?
I mean, our bread and butter is make more ounces. That's where we really add value, improve our projects, make them more compelling. I mean, that's what we have to focus on, and that should be our number one goal as juniors. That's why investors invest in you, to give them that discovery leverage in the future. Yeah, we can't compete on a dividend basis, but we certainly can on the discovery basis.
Well, you've been putting out some really good drill results and continue to expand your deposits. So what's the plan for this year? How are you going to sort of continue that?
Yeah, well, we have a new zone of mineralization we're just starting to get into in one of our deposits called Mother Lode. It's a deeper part of the system. It could be extremely attractive in the future. It looks like it could be large. So we'll continue on with that discovery work. We'll update our resource on Mother Lode and our North Bullfrog project in a revised PEA, a new mine plan that'll come out in the fall, early fall. And more importantly, what we're doing right now is we have an early phase project we call phase 1 that's a smaller project, under 100 million of capital. It really looks something doable. Heap leach type oxide program, mining a high-grade vein system and surrounding low-grade. That project is getting a lot of work right now. We're doing an internal pre-feasibility study on it. If that looks positive, what we'll do is come to a decision on how we're going to advance that project later this year and start moving down the permitting path and really bring our shareholders an opportunity to participate in this gold production market.
So that sounds like a change of strategy. In recent years, the strategy's been very much, let's get the deposits up to a position where somebody, whether it's your neighbors, Core Mining or AngloGold Ashanti or somebody else to buy you, but it sounds like you're perhaps going to take the step to bring it into production yourself.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, one real big change we had is we were able to add Ron Largent about 1.5 years ago to our board and became our chairman. Ron was Chief Operating Officer for AngloGold Ashanti. He's built and operated mines. He brings that kind of skill set to to the Corvus group, and he's given us a lot of good ideas of how a junior could actually do something like this and really participate in this growth market that we have in a different way than normal juniors do.
Okay, some of the M&A we've seen in recent months has been smaller companies, mid-tier companies banding together to create something with a greater critical mass. Is that perhaps something that Corvus will be looking to explore?
Certainly it's an opportunity we could look at. We have talked to many groups, and I'll tell you, this new phase 1 project is looking like something that could really be a great bolt-on or a critical asset for a group, an organization just like that. And we're talking about a project that could produce 150,000 ounces a year at under $700. So this is a very attractive thing when you look at a low capital and an fairly easy permitting environment that we're in there in Nevada.
Well, it sounds like you've got a lot of exciting work ahead of you this year.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us this morning, Jeff.
Great. Thanks a lot, Paul.
And thank you for watching. Stay tuned on kitco.com for more from the BMO Mining and Metals Conference.